All right, everyone. So as a quick review, we've already learned the present equative forms. So for example, if I want to say I am a student, I would say Z shagird yum, right? If I want to say you are a student, I would say T shagird ye. Now we're going to learn about how to talk about things in the future. So click on other equatives, and then you have to scroll down to future equative. So let's look at some of the examples and let's understand the usage, and then we'll look at the form. So first, how it's used. I will be at home. Zuba pakor kiyam. Like tomorrow, I'll be at home. Sabah zuba pakor kiyam. Or actually, you would say sababa zu pakor kiyam, but we'll talk about that later. We will be tired. Mung bastoriyu. Okay, like tomorrow we'll be tired because we've done a lot of homework. Okay, so you can see it's just talking about things that we will be or someone will be in the future. Someone or something will be in the future. Okay, so now let's talk about the form for a second. First of all, it has this word ba, which is like will in English. You can think about it like will. Okay? It is different from the word will in one main way, though, and I'll explain that in a second. But notice with all of the different equatives, we use bus, okay? So just like in English, for example, let's say, I will be, you will be, he will be, she will be, we will be. So, right, you're saying will with all of these equatives. Then you'll notice that the actual equative itself, so this ba is not considered an equative, okay? But the actual equative yum is the same as the present equative. So yum and then yum. Okay, I am and I will be. Yum, au yum. Okay. And then so is yay is the same, you is the same, yay is the same. The only thing that's different is our third person. And it's actually a little bit easier. Instead of having to say, da, they, or the, we just say we for masculine, feminine, singular, plural, we. Okay? So, dodai ba tayara we. Okay? So, if we were saying present tense, we would just say dodai tayara da. But future, dodai ba tayara we. The food will be ready. All right. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video, click on, well actually don't pause it yet, click on start, and then here to do this you actually need to check this with but in the kids section. Okay, so it's just adding but in there for all your answers. So halakan ba mara, and then we add we. Okay, haga ba zara. Okay, so so you can see how you do it. So just click, use your knowledge of equatives and try to do the quiz. Okay, so pause the video and do that. Okay, now let's see. One other thing that I'd like to explain is you'll see on LingDocs, and we've talked about it a little bit before, there's this thing called the kids section. Okay, so you can click here, you can get an explanation of what the kids section is. Basically, okay, well, I'll read this. In Pashto, there are a bunch of little particles that we call kids. All of these have to go in the kids section. The kids section is always after the first block. Now, if you remember grammar and you had good grammar in high school or college or something, then you might remember something like adjective phrase or adverb phrase, noun phrase, those types of things, okay? So basically, the kids section is after the first type of phrase. So this is the adverb phrase, that's what AP stands for, and the kids section would go here. So in the LingDocs dictionary, you'll start to see these blocks signs. When you click on that, it breaks it up into blocks, and it helps you know where the kids section goes. So here, the kids section is right here after the first block, which is z. That's a noun phrase, z. Okay, now already maybe it's getting a little bit complicated. There are more, if you really want to know more from a linguistic standpoint, you can go to this kids section, and then, let's see, he has one other, okay, yeah, you can look at like what noun phrases are, what or adverbial phrases are, and you can see lots of examples of that. And this can be helpful, okay? But I think also it's really helpful to just learn by examples, okay? So this is actually going to be from your upcoming dialogue. And what it is it's supposed to be a future equative, but I've taken out the ba, and then we have to put in the ba. So for example, the yakshem shembe paraz cherteye. So actually, side note here. This is a construction that is really confusing to us, because what this is literally saying, okay, let me say what it means is on Sunday. Okay, that's all it means, on Sunday. But how it's structured in Pashto is literally da yakshembe. So that's literally like Sundays. So da makes something like possessive. So Sundays, and then pa, on or at, I'll say on here, and then day. So raz is day. So Sunday's on day. Okay, but all it means is on Sunday. But it's always structured like that. The yakshembe paraz. Or you could say the shembe paraz, on Saturday. So any day of the week, it's going to have this construction, okay? Now notice, on Sunday, although it's in Pashto, it's 4 words, this is just one block, okay? Because it's saying on Sunday, it's an adverb phrase. It's telling you when, it's answering the question when. So we need to put ba after the first block. So the yakshembe paraz, ba cherteye. That's the correct answer there. So on Sunday, will, where you. Okay, and it means where will you be on Sunday? Okay, but in Pashto we say on Sunday will where you be. Sorry. Okay, so let's do the second one. Pade raz melmano sera you. So where should we put the ba? Okay, pade raz, on this day. On this day. So again, this is an adverb phrase. It's telling us when, and so the ba is going to go after that. On this day, ba melmano sera. Melmano means guests, plural, and it's with sera. So notice it's inflected here. Melmano sera you. So pade raz, on this day, ba melmano sera you. Will, with guests, be. So we will be with guests on this day. That's what it's saying. Let's try another one. Dushemba uzgar yum. Okay, so notice this is a kind of a colloquial way of saying this. Instead of Dushemba is Dushemba is Monday, and so it's saying Monday. Uzgar is a word like free or unoccupied. It's like, are you free? Are you, so the opposite would be busy, right? Are you free? Are you busy? So Monday, free, I am. Okay, so notice where do you think the ba would go? Think to yourself. If I wanted to say I will be free. Monday I will be free. Where would the ba go? It's going to go right here. Because again, dushemba is answering the question when. It's an adverb phrase, and so ba goes right there. Ba uzgar yum. Okay? And notice we're not saying on Monday, we're just saying Monday I will be free. And that's why if we wanted to say on Monday, we would have to say the dushembe paraz, like we had set up here. Okay? Alright, let's do a couple more. So mung der studiu. Mung der studiu. Where would the ba go here? So we very tired are, but we want to make it future. We will be very tired. Where would the ba go? Pause the video, think to yourself. So mung, it goes after mung. Why? Because mung is a noun phrase. It's telling us who is doing the action, and it's one block. So mung ba der studiu. Let's go down to number 5. Tudde jume paraz uzgarie. So this means you. The jume paraz is on Friday. Jume is Friday. On Friday, uzgar, free or unoccupied. Are you? So are you unoccupied on Friday? And if we want to make this future, then where would we put the ba? All right. Yep, we put it right here. Tıbba decime paraz uzgariye. Tıbba decime paraz uzgariye. Because t is its own block. It's a noun phrase. It says right, who's doing the action, so we put it there. Now let me ask you now, if we delete t, because again we don't need t because we have ye that tells us we're talking about you. So decime paraz uzgariye. Where would we put ba in this sentence? We'd put it right here. Okay, decime paraz ba uzgariye, because this is one block. And you can think about it like this too. Let's say we're like, why can't I just put ba like right here? And the ba jume paraz uzgariye. And the reason is because this da jume paraz belongs together, and we don't want to separate these this phrase that belongs together. So that's why we have to put ba right after it there. Okay, chemtu means ready, yum. So I am ready. If we want to say I will be ready, where would we put the ba? Chemtu bayam. It has to go after the first block. So the chemtu ready is its own block. Chemtu bayam. Okay, and then the last one, palaso bajos sera winu. Okay, so palaso bajo means on 10 o'clock. Or, sorry, at 10 o'clock would be a better translation here. At 10 o'clock. And sera, so it means with, but in this situation, it kind of means like each other or together. Like, and then winu means see, so we'll see each other. But that is the same word that, we have no mano sera, with the guest. It's the same exact word. It's just in this context, it kind of means each other. So, palas bajo sera winu. So, we are seeing each other at 10 o'clock. That's what this means. Now, if we want to say we will see each other, or yeah, sorry, this is a little bit. It's actually we will be seeing each other. So this is not an equative. Okay, this is a sneak preview into future tense, which we'll get to pretty soon. So this is we will be seeing each other at 10 o'clock. But still, the question is, where does the ba go? So, and the hint is, what answers the question when? Like, when are we going to be seeing each other? That's one adverb phrase. So yeah, palaso bajo, this is one adverb phrase, and so ba goes right here. Ba sera winu. Okay, so hopefully that will help you. So my advice, hopefully, if you're still having trouble with this, I would just say just pay attention in the future to where the ba is, and over time this will start to make sense to you, especially as your Pashto grows and you start to identify, oh yeah, this is a kind of a phrase that always goes together, the action be paraz, and you don't split it up. So I need to put ba after that. It'll just start to kind of make sense. But be aware, ba always comes in after the first block of the sentence. Okay. All right, I think that's all I wanted to chat about. Thanks so much.